Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Marcus Freeman, this Notre Dame program, continue to do a phenomenal job in the 2025 class, landing the commitment from four-star safety Dallas Golden from Tampa, Florida. And I want to be very careful with the comp that I'm about to make for Dallas Golden, but after watching this kid multiple different times, every time you turn on the film, you kind of get Caleb Downs vibes coming from Mill Creek, Georgia 2 cycles ago. And I'll tell you why. One, you're looking at a premier athlete. You take a look at just the athletic profile of Dallas Golden: safety, cornerback, running back, wide receiver, wildcat quarterback, a guy that gets it done all over the football field. But more importantly, he couples that elite athletic profile with elite instincts as well. And you take a look at what made Caleb Downs so special as a true freshman at Alabama, not only being a premier athlete on the field, but also having phenomenal instincts for a true freshman. I think the fact that Dallas Golden's asked to play safety, cornerback, wide receiver, running back, quarterback, he has developed phenomenal instincts for the game of football. That's obviously a very important attribute to have at that safety position. Massive fan of Dallas Golden, a guy that I think probably finishes in the top 50 nationally, potentially even a 5-star come signing day in 2025. Want to get into the film, talk a little bit about what he brings to this Notre Dame defense. And I am a massive fan of what Notre Dame is doing in the secondary in this 2025 class. Before we get into it, and as always, just want to say thank you to you guys. Y'all know I enjoy talking the recruiting trail. The amount of support you guys consistently show truly does mean a lot. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. And without further ado, let's get into Dallas Golden. And before we turn on the film, I want to talk a little bit about the athlete we're looking at with Dallas Golden, a guy that, as a ball carrier, over 1,400 yards, 7.2 yards per carry, 19 touchdowns. As a junior, you take a look at what he does at the safety position, 5 interceptions. You see the elite athlete when he's playing offense, whether it's wide receiver, whether it's wildcat quarterback or running back. And then you see the elite instincts when he's playing that safety position, a guy that has the frame, the ideal frame that you want, has the elite athletic measurements and kind of the athletic profile that you want. And again, couples it with really, really impressive instincts as well. You get into the film, a couple of things really stand out. One, the first rep you're going to see at that safety position, just showing off the phenomenal instincts and the ball skills that he has, right? Reading the quarterback's eyes, has that range to go play the football in the air. And you see the wide receiver in him too. I mean, going up, making a play on the football. You talk about a guy that can make game-changing plays in the back end of a defense. I mean, that's really what Dallas Golden brings to the table. You continue to go through the film and you see him impact the game in a multitude of different ways, playing that slot wide receiver spot right now. And again, probably not going to play wide receiver for Notre Dame. Elite movement skills, elite ability to create separation. And you see that translate when he plays on the defensive side of the football as well. Impacts the game in so many different ways. You see the ball skills here as that wide receiver position. Again, we saw the interception on the first rep of this film. I mean, go up, make a play on the football. Not necessarily the biggest frame, but the body control, the coordination that he has. And then you just get to see the quick twitch, the ability to be a playmaker with the football in your hands. And I mean, the more film you watch on Dallas Golden, the more you say, I don't know if Notre Dame, because they're so good on both sides of the football, going to use him as a two-way guy. Man, he can impact the game on the offensive side of the football as well. Now you see him working as a boundary cornerback. Two things that I want to note. One, when you play that safety position, one of the elite attributes that safeties have when they go to the NFL, are the guys that are really impacting the game at the college football level, they have the ability to come in and play man coverage. And a lot of times safeties are guys that maybe aren't quick twitch enough to play cornerback. I think what's special about Dallas Golden is he could certainly play cornerback if he wants, but you're talking about a safety that can come into the box, play that nickel role. You take a look at this rep at the cornerback spot, really, really sticky, great movement skills. And again, going out, staying in the hip pocket, making a play on the football. This is a guy that you can move all around the defense. You see the ball skills there. Versatile defender in the back end, right? Whether he's playing the nickel role, whether he's playing the box safety role, whether he's playing that free safety role that you just saw there, going out, playing center field, making a play on the football, the athletic profile that he has allows him to be a difference maker in this Notre Dame defense in so many different ways. Massive fan of how explosive, how twitched up the movement patterns that he has. And you take a look at what Notre Dame is doing in this 2025 class. And for the Notre Dame fans, I wanted to keep this one short. Highly encourage you guys to go check out the rest of the film on Dallas Golden. You take a look at what they're building in this class, 20 commitments right now, really, really good in the back end, right? Ivan Taylor, Dallas Golden, two of the more sought-after safeties, both from the state of Florida. Really big fan of what Marcus Freeman is doing in the back end of that defense. We saw an elite secondary for Notre Dame in 2023. We're going to see an elite one in 2024. Take a look at 2025 and 2026. You feel pretty good about where they're going. They have their quarterback locked up in Deuce Knight. I think this is a really complete class. Notre Dame has gotten this group together very early on in the process. Really excited to see how this class finishes out for Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, as much as the talk was Brian Kelly leaving for LSU, didn't have the resources to recruit the way he wants at Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman seems to be doing just fine on the recruiting trail, and sometimes it takes a couple of years to kind of see the recruiting efforts pay dividends on the football field. I think 2024 probably going to be that year for Notre Dame. We'll be talking a lot about Notre Dame in the summer, keeping you guys updated on the recruiting trail. Appreciate y'all rocking with the fellas. Again, if y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll talk to y'all later.